live stream, our nightly live stream. Who's here? I like to see who's here. Who's here? Um, I am in a bush tonight. It's basically just a few feet from where we slept last night. Um, but it has been definitely uh, an interesting day, and I can't wait to tell you guys about it. Because I stopped by two of the drop-in centers, one over in George Washington. um, I may be doing an interview with them, because they are not funded by the government. They don't get any grants or anything else like that. They're completely publicly funded. I want to do some due diligence on it, but if they're correct on the fact that they don't get any government funding whatsoever, not from agencies, not from tax breaks or anything else like that, then because I mean, I don't know. I guess being a 501c3 is different. I can give them that. But and then I stopped by the one downtown as well, and they gave me a little pamphlet that will tell me where I can find food. Plus, I got they have a list over there at the one in George Washington that it's right on the outside. It's in a little glass case, or you can take a picture of it. It gives you all the different. What's up, Cherokee? It gives you all the different places that feed on the day, stuff like that. So I have I have definitely went out there and found some things. So um, we had lunch at the downtown drop-in center. It was pretty good. It was a banana. It was a meat sandwich instead of peanut butter and jelly, which is good. A granola bar, a couple of bottles of water, and a banana. So Sam and I kind of ate that. Sam, you can always tell how hungry Sam is by whether or not she'll eat a banana and McDonald's fries. Because if she's really hungry, she will eat a banana. If she's really hungry, she will eat fries, but she prefers McDonald's fries. What's up, Just a Guest? Shabbat Shalom, Tuck, and everyone. What's up, Palm Coast Prepper? Nice to see you. Um, so that's kind of where that's at. Here, I'll show you what Sam. She just got done eating dinner and getting her water. I lost her collapsible bowl. The last night I went to McDonald's to grab me something to eat, and it was like $6, and I'm like, okay, so I can spend the rest and go get some food like a Dollar General or a grocery store or something like that. And I stopped in, and I was just curious. I was going to get me a Coke, because apparently they don't give you a glass of ice, or excuse me, they don't give you refills on your Coke at this McDonald's over here. So I went. I was like, okay, I'll just go get a can of Coke and find one for $1.50. No, they want $3 a can of Coke, 56 $3.50 if you get two. So I ended up getting two just so that I wasn't wasting money. And it was like, holy cow! I asked them what a pack of smokes cost. $15 for their cheapest one. What's up, Butterfly? Nice to see you. What's up, DFH? Nice to see you. But that was absolutely crazy. With all that dumb crap. It's like, and so I went around and I started looking at pricing and stuff like that. The no, this place is meant for the rich. Sorry, guys. This place is meant for the rich people to live in. This is not meant for anybody else. I think I got to go across the river if I ever want to have a dollar stretch. $15 for a pack of smokes, $3 for a can of Coke. And so like a dollar 60 for a large Coke at McDonald's all of a sudden becomes more viable. McDonald's was actually the cheapest place to go. It's like, holy cow. Yeah, I know, right, Cherokee? So, did you get smokes well cheap the other day? No, because it did. You put it through my website, and my website does a direct deposit, so I didn't get it till morning on the bus. And Sam and I used it to grab something to eat, so we had a $2 egg McMuffin, sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin from McDonald's. And then for lunch, they wanted $4 for a freaking hot dog, but she was begging for food, and I left her fucking food in the in the bag, and they wouldn't let me get in the bag because we were in the same bus from Charlotte to to Washington D.C. So I couldn't even get to my bag, and we had two real quick hops. I thought I would have enough time to feed her, but we would stop in the morning. But they kept changing bus drivers, so every time I would even go to ask to get in my bag, I couldn't even get in my bag. Lower brands are like, yeah, 15. Yeah, that's crazy. Yo, Fryer, want to make some thumbnails for your videos? I've got multiple channels I'm currently working on YouTube and TikTok. Well, Ryan, right now at this point, I don't really have funds to be able to do something like that. So I mean, if you want to do it as just like as a part of your portfolio to be able to showcase some of the work that you've done on up and coming content creators, yeah, sure, I will take a couple. But right now, I don't really have the funds to be able to pay for something like that. Hope you make it out of there with a dime in your pocket. I know, right? What's up, Midnight? Yeah, no, you're fine, Butterfly. It was actually, I have rollies. I like my cigarettes, and you offer me for cigarettes, and if I would have been able to get them, I would have spent the money on cigarettes, and I would have figured out something else for me and Sam. But it just, the way it turned out, it was more beneficial and made sure that Sam had something to eat while we were traveling, and made sure that, because like basically we got fed so much the night before we got on the bus. I was good for almost 24 hours to begin with. But Sam was the one, even though she ate all that, she was still like, I'm hungry. So, so that's kind of why I broke down. Otherwise I would have tried to save it for cigarettes, but by the time I got here, but yeah, when you do it through my website, it's like a merchant processing. Like when you go to the store and you run your card, it's a professional merchant processor. It's secure, and you get to keep your anonymity. With some of it, I know who you are, but it doesn't put it right on the front page. I have to go look if I really want to find out what happened. All it tells me is that you got a payment that processed, and then it tells me when it's going to be in my account, and it's usually in the account the next business day. Now, PayPal and Cash App, the $20 that was sent to me last night cost me 35 cents to pull out versus like $1 something through PayPal. So, if you want to get money to me instantly, you got to do Cash App or you got to do PayPal. If you want to get, if you just want to drop me money, just do it either on my website first or through the super chats. So double tap your screens. Yes, that way it gives it a like up. You need the way you use the way needed, and that is fine. Okay. I know you're not rich yet. Yeah, I know that, Ryan. No, actually, I don't want to be rich. I want to be comfortable. So the only way I can figure. No, you're good, Butterfly. You're perfectly good. Honestly, that was so much better than using it on smokes, and I'm kind of glad it worked out that way. A pack of cigarettes in Chicago. That's just crazy. I can't deal with that. I know Virginia is going to be just as bad. So I wonder what it's going to cost me to buy a pouch of pipe tobacco, because I'm going to have to do that until I get into the Carolinas at a bare minimum. So, but yeah, that's just kind of that. Oh, so there is this fountain. It's got the states, the Atlantic and the Pacific states, and it's got a pond in it, like a fountain in it. And so Sam and I keep taking her by there. She ends up drinking the water out of there. Since she has her shot, I don't worry about it. But then also, you see people like with their feet in there. Sometimes they're sitting in there or whatever. So I said, screw it, man. I couldn't find a shower today. So I sat there in a pond up to my belly button. I took everything out of my pockets and I just kind of sat there and let my body soak, like let my feet soak in my lower area. And I mean, I kind of rinsed off my arms and my head and stuff. But basically, that was the only way I've been able to get myself clean. I'm a little bit embarrassed about it, but hey, you know what? When it's 96 every day, you want to be able to not smell sour. You want to be able to kind of wash some of that sweat off you. Even though there was no soap and water, or there was no soap, there was water, and it was able to rinse a lot of that crap off of me. So sometimes, you got to do what you got to do. What's up, Teacher Kim? Nice to see you. I haven't seen you on a live stream before. Shit hits the fan. Um, that means that basically you've got government collapse, civil war, foreign invasion. That's SHTF. I smoke filtered cigars instead of cigarettes. Yeah, no, I can't do that, Palm Coast. And since you're in Florida, you should be able to go to the Dollar General and get them for $1.25. Uh, that hits the fan. Yeah, got to have a clean ass. Yes, fortunately, yes. All right, highlightful games. Yes. You can buy a pound of tobacco for $20. See, what they did here is if it's like class A or class C tobacco, which is for tailor-mades or filtered cigarettes, they are those are taxed at such a high rate that you can't really it costs as much for the tobacco as it does for a carton of cigarettes, so therefore you save no money by buying roll your own tobacco. So basically it was there to hurt the poor and to kind of raise the bar for the middle class, as far as raise the poor bar. So that's really what it did. And so now you have to do pipe tobacco, and pipe tobacco is smooth because it's meant to be done through a pipe. You're not getting as much nicotine in it as you are like through others. I mean, you're not getting the satisfaction, and that's kind of what really sucks. Is it's almost as bad as smoking air, but you're getting some, but you have to smoke so much that just to be able to get the nicotine fill, and to get the satisfaction from it. You need a firearm for SHTF. Maybe there's other weapons too. We got flour for $80 an ounce yesterday. Wow, that is. What state is this in, Butterfly? There are no-name bag smokes in Canada that come in bags of 500 smokes. Those are bad to inhale. I like a cigarette that makes me cough. I really do. I go to the festivals in Philly and I got a Zip for 90. It was good to smoke. Wow. For special. What state though? Are you in Oregon? Or California? Nevada. Okay. All right. But anyways, I'm surprised we haven't seen Bucknut tonight. Oh wait, it's Saturday. He's probably doing something with his kids. But we've had this is Saturday. Most people are off doing things. PA, I won't go into Philly. I won't. That's one thing. So one of Mr. Johnny Anon, Oregon is dirt cheap. They give it out for free. Wow, it's gotten that bad. I was there when they first legalized it. I left in 2017. So that was the last time I was in a weed legal state until just recently. I'm just waiting to be able to have enough money. So I may end up, the longest I will stay here is until YouTube payday, for a couple of reasons. I may make enough connections. So I'm going to meet the director of the Georgetown drop-in shelter. I'm going to meet them at this rally on Wednesday. Plus, I'm probably going to meet a lot of others, and if they're staying in town, I'm going to be able to do direct interviews, find out about the organization, make connections, kind of build some, and it's going to be focused on homeless awareness, and that's going to be the podcast for this Thursday. So I haven't got this Thursday's podcast up for that reason, is because I want to be able to have long form footage and to be able to tell a story. And so I'm gonna do the rally on Wednesday, and then Wednesday night, I'm gonna be doing the editing, and then so that on Thursday morning it can premiere. That's what the goal is. It may be a little bit late, but it depends upon like upload speed and stuff like that. But that's what I'm looking for. Okay, usually it's much more, but that was left over from the 4th. We are a reg, so offended as a special. Offered. Oh, your regs. Okay. It's nasty area. I feel that I'm in Lehigh County. Oh wow, that's a remnant of the Mormons. It's nice over here. Yeah, well, that's because you got Mormons there. Well, it used to be Mormons. Did you get time to check your email? Um, no, I went and I was kind of catching up on video recordings, and I was making sure to get food. So, and then with it being 96, I didn't go back to the library. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to spend the whole day in the library because they only feed at I think at 3 o'clock. So I'm gonna go spend most of the day in the library tomorrow, and that's when I'm gonna do it because I thought I was getting one of those private rooms, and I thought that they would. I thought that there would be a computer in there, but apparently they don't allow me to use that one. They only allow me to use the other room. So it's crazy. But I will check my email. I will check my email tonight afterwards. But anything that I need to do that requires in-depth reading, I want to do it on a computer because it's a pain in the ass to do it on my phone. But I did finally make the video for Monday. So the video for Monday is going to be on my power, on like how I do my power setup. And I think you guys are going to really like it because I talk about how I use them in tandem and like what makes it worth it. And quite frankly, to be able to have freedom for power for less than $150, I think that's pretty damn good. You know, if you got the same setup that I have, it should cost you under $150. If you went out and bought it brand new for cash. You could probably get it for under $100 if you really look for deals and stuff like that. But you know, you also I like this Utilitech because it seems to be durable, and plus Lowe's is a home improvement, so they're not going to put out crap like what Amazon and Walmart do. So trees are legal in Illinois. You can buy pre-rolls at a gas station. Oh, you can buy them at gas stations now. I was in Illinois, between Virginia and Colorado a few years ago. Yeah, I stopped in, got a hotel room, and I was driving a car at that time. Stopped in, got a hotel room, and went to the dispensary and bought me a few pre-rolls. How come you don't interview the cool homeless people that have skills like you used? Because Puckett and that group that was a one-off. I mean, I don't really socialize with a lot of homeless. I've tried to get interviews, but usually they flake out. You know, dealing with flakes seems to be like my plight in life. It's like that's kind of I gotta deal with it. Oh well, and I'm learning how to tolerate it. But you know that's a big problem right there as far as getting people to do interviews. And I did do one the other day in Cincinnati actually with the guy that did the hobo stove. I did 4 videos off of that little bit of content that guy gave me. And so, I mean, there's plenty of content out there. I did it about a month ago, so you can check that. But whenever I find the opportunity to, I will. But most people, when you approach them about it, they're like later, and then later never comes. So depends upon which one you go to. Okay, hit me up if you need help with anything. I like what you're doing, and you seem like a good guy. I want to help. Hit me up if you need anything. Well, Anthony, I definitely will. Come on over and check out Patreon. You get behind the scenes footage. So for those of you that want to help crowdfund me and actually give me, help me make a livable income, what I'm doing, I mean, even here in DC, I'm still taking footage of the things and what I'm doing. So for $5, $10, or $20 a month, whatever works for you, it all goes into the coffers, and it kind of builds up. Okay. But for $5, $10, or $20, you get access to chat, which means that you can come in and have a conversation with everybody. Jeremy and Alfred are always over there. Anthony, you might like them. And Linda's over there now, too. Okay. That is, no, Taz, don't be trying to do that. If I don't give you my Cash App, or if I don't tell you where you can find it, which it's down in the description, don't believe, because some dude just tried to put his Cash App and say it was mine. So watch out for that, guys. My information is always down in my description. I will never ask you for money unless it's through something in one of my descriptions. So I tell you to put something in the tip jar, or to come over to Patreon, or go through my affiliate links. All of that is in the description. I'm not gonna do anything through comments or anything else like that. Now Jeremy does that for me, but he's my moderator. So any werewolf movies? No, I didn't, Frank. I just got $50. Oh, um, wow. There was somebody who. Oh well. I hope it worked for you, Taz. You shouldn't be doing that to my audience. I would love to, but my income isn't that reliable. Oh yeah, I get it, Butterfly. When I get to a point where I make about $200 a month in revenue on that, then something opens up for me. In here, let me do this. I'm gonna get rid of this troll. Hold on. Hide user from this channel. Okay. So Taz is gone. All right. No, it's just when I get to that $200 mark, then I can start giving away free memberships if I want. I know that there are about 30% of my audience are homeless, and those of you that are homeless and active and you can't really afford it, that will be what that is for. But I have to have at least $200 worth of paid members before it allows me to do that. Gary Busey had best werewolf movie, Silver Bullet. Huh. Well, so I don't think I've ever seen that, or maybe I have and I just don't remember. Nice to see you, Alfred. But anyways, yeah, over there on Patreon, it's 5, 10, or 20. You get access to chat. You get access to see like a lot of my trail clips and stuff like that. So I uploaded Sam playing in the water today. That was one of the videos, and I uploaded Sam. Well, no, I did 2 videos on Sam playing in the water. And I do different things throughout the day, like when I see something nice and stuff like that. Now I've got to put my Instagram link in my description now, but my business development specialist has been telling me that that some of the photos that I've done, because I've sent her some of my photos. How's Sam's foot? Her foot is good. She's been resting for the last couple of days. We've been inside like part of the day too. So, but she was telling me like some of the photos that I sent her, she was going to use on her website. She was going to pay me for them. And she suggested that there might be other people that like my photos. So to put them up on Instagram, and if anybody wants any, you just contact me through my email and tell me what you want to give me for which picture, and we'll work something out. Okay. So that's if you guys are interested in that. So I my most recent trek from where is it? From I think it was Peebles was where we was the last video I did any type of like showing photos. So from Peebles to DC, I have pictures that are posted up there. I've been told to kind of like do a slow release, like 5 a day instead of just doing a full-on dump. So I'm going to be slow rolling some of them out, but I will get all of my pictures up there. So and I'm also going to need to be able to free up room on my phone too, or either that or put them on Google Drive. But anyways, those are there if that's something you guys like. There's actually some pretty nice photos. Here, I'll show you what I get to look at right now. Look at that. I think that's the Lincoln Memorial. Okay, so, but anyways, what's that crazy idea? Help once you try bag bomb over on her feet. Okay, bag bomb. Where can I get it, and what does it look like? If you could email me, Butterfly, that might help, or send it to me through Messenger. So you can go to the Facebook page, which is also the Epoch of Friar Tuck. It might be under Hobo Prepper, but the Epoch of Friar Tuck should be, the name of it. But anyways, you can also send it to me through Messenger that way as well, or you can send it to me through my website. I believe that the chat function uses Messenger as well. Make sure to find a way to put watermark on the ones you post publicly. Huh. That's a good idea. So can you steal them off of Instagram? Green cube at any farm store. Okay, well, for cows, udders, and stuff like that. Okay, well, I'm in the middle of of a concrete jungle. There's no farm store for at least 100 miles. Um, but I will definitely look around and see what I can find. The Rush man. Oh, full spectrum survivalist. Nice. What drugs are you addicted to, and why are you homeless? Who says I'm addicted to drugs? Um, and why am I homeless? Well, you should be a full spectrum survivalist. I think you've been here a lot of times to where you should already know the answer to that question, to both those questions. You're just trying to be a troll. We used to use stuff that for my beagle when deer flies would try to eat her ears. Oh, Walmart carries it. That's perfect. Okay. But the thing is this tick medication. It doesn't really work. The only thing that seems to work for ticks on her is just to send her in the water every time we come by water, and that seems to it washes them right out. Like I'll do that before I even do a tick check on her. Yes, legal weed is definitely cool. Do not send this guy any money. Okay, that's on you. Full spectrum, that's their choice, not yours. And if these guys want to do it, that's their choice, not yours. Okay? If you're here to participate, you can participate. If you don't want to participate, then I'm going to put you in timeout for at least an hour. So imagine being that miserable that you hate on this guy. Yeah, I mean, some people, it's socially acceptable, and when you're miserable, misery loves company. But that's part of being in the public. Is I'm always going to have to deal with people like that. There's always, and so either I can have fun with it. I don't want to be the guy that just censors anybody that has a contradicting opinion, because then what that is going to do is create a cult following, and I don't want a cult following. I want well-reasoned, well-rounded people that are around that can actually think for themselves and don't need to regurgitate everything that I say, but they can take the information and apply it to their already knowledge and make an informed decision. So put him on grown man timeout, Friar Tuck. I will if he keeps going. Society is mess. The gym is brutal. Yes. Brings more content. They engage more views. It's like a win for you. Yes, it is, Rush. And that's why I talk about how Pebbles blew up. I mean, she got, that was the first thing. Oh man, I was 10 times worse than what she did. She didn't do anything. She was more inside her own head about how messed up she got. I don't really think she was doing anything. She was feeling it, and she thought that she was showing it, and she wasn't. People have a way of goading you, and you got to develop a thick skin, and you just got to sit there and go, okay, well, that's just some dumbass. So, dedicated hate watchers. Yeah, I know, right? Alfred, hold on a second. Alfred, I see you. So you used to be moderator. Did you turn it down or something? I'm curious. Jeremy usually does moderation. But I don't know. Alfred was a moderator as well, but I don't know. He's for some reason it's showing him not as a moderator anymore. I don't know why. But anyways, yeah. So we took Sam and I took a bath in the fountain today. That was kind of cool. Something that I look at. And if you want to talk, one of the videos that I made that's coming out not this week but next week is how to not, well, the search term was how not to be homeless, or how to avoid being homeless. And there's no real answer on how to avoid being homeless. It's not like get a job, stay at a job, great. Because what happens if they downsize? What happens if there's a work injury? What happens if all of a sudden you realize that wasn't as good of a job as you wanted, and there was better offers out there, but then things fall apart, the economy falls apart, things downsize, prices go up, the tax man collects more, and then all it does is just squeeze society even more, especially the poorer you are. So I mean, at some point, you're going to face the possibility of homelessness, and so how do you avoid it? Well, what I do is I give three basic things that you need to do. I'm not going to give them away here because I don't want to spoil it. But I give you three basic things that you can do that will really improve your chances. Because and I've talked about this before, but I'm kind of bringing it all together into one. Okay, so I'm still a moderator in Patreon. Never had. Oh, okay. Hold on. Add as moderator. Okay. 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 Manage. Okay. Um. All right. So there, you're now a moderator. Um. It just ain't showing the wrench next to you. Okay. So, anyways, you can always lose that job. That's something every employee should and never get too comfortable. Yes. And then all of a sudden, foreign-born workers, because, all this crap, they're willing to come and work for less and be more grateful. Now they're more valuable than us, the native-born workers, and then we're screwed. And now all of a sudden, but it is what it is. Cool thing about Washington Monument is they had to stop building halfway because they were broke, and that's why stone two different colors. I did not know that. I'm gonna have to go and take another look at it. But I thought it was kind of funny to put a phallic in Virgin Mary, because you realize that Washington, D.C. took part of Virginia, which stands for Virgin, and Maryland, which is Mary, so Virgin Mary, and now they have the world's greatest phallic right here in Virgin Maryland. So, anyways, I thought it was funny. I hope that's not a crack pipe burn in his lower lip. I don't know, Chris. It might be. I don't know. You should stick around to see if I smoke some, because I generally tend to smoke on camera. Oh, interesting, facey. Okay. Companies go down like dominoes if. Yeah, I mean, look at what is it? Look at Rite Aid. I mean, how many thousands of people are being put out of a job? How many more companies are going to go down in a domino effect just like that? And usually the companies that are the biggest and that have been around the longest are generally the ones that fall during a major recession or even an economic collapse. So imagine companies that like the fast food chains are starting to have problems as well. Today when I went to McDonald's, a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin is normally $4.99. Okay, I found it today for $2.49. I had a coupon for 30% off, so I got two of those and a large Coke. You guys know me and my Coke. I got two of those and a large Coke for like $5 because I got $2 and some change taken off it. So I basically got a free sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. And I got all of that for about the same price I would have just paid for one sausage, egg, and McMuffin. So what does that say is happening to these fast food restaurants? They have to pay these higher wages. They're automating their workforce, and not only that, they're trying to drop the price. They have two people that work there, and those two people, one runs the front, one runs the back, and like there's nobody there to do any oversight, because in order for McDonald's to make any money. So the second of the sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins that I got had 2 eggs on it and no sausage. So I ate about half of it before I realized, wait a minute, there's no sausage. Took it up. I said, they took it from me, made me another one. So I got a third one on top of that, and that was actually awesome. So we ate like Sam, because I shared some of those with Sam. We ate a lot. What's up, Bushcraft? It is legitimate if you're flat broke and decide to go homeless for YouTube experience. Is it legitimate if you're flat broke and decide to go homeless for the YouTube experience? Yes. Because I know you're asking about yourself, Bushcraft. You have knowledge and skills from all of your travels. I mean, you were essentially a rubber tramp to begin with, because you rode a bike everywhere. You stealth camped. You know what you're doing. So what you're doing it on foot, there's going to be a learning curve. Maybe, you can cover the things that most people don't know. Like me, I've been doing it for so long, I don't know what people don't know, and so therefore I miss it. And you and I can even do collaborations that way as well. When it comes to it, but no, because you have the previous experience and you're living it, it's the message in which you want to give off. Hey, I've always been homeless on a bike, and traveled because I owned a business. So because I traveled, give your story, make a what they call a trailer that explains that you have all this bushcraft experience because you owned your own business and you traveled around. Now that you've lost your business and your bike, now you're having to put your whole life on your backpack. Follow you along for your experience, to find out what it's like when you're homeless for the first time. And something like that might actually work. And you're gonna do daily vlogs, and you may become very interesting and very big. And I may say, hey, can we collaborate? Because I need some of your subscribers. Um, but that'll work for you, Bushcraft. What's up, Jeremy? Okay. Okay. So, okay. Hunter. Okay. Yeah, I saw that. Rumor says Walmart is going down. Oh wow, Walmart. Yeah, Walmart is having trouble as well because it turns out that all this talk about theft wasn't real, which is funny. Hey, what's up, Jeremy? Um, okay. Okay, the entire skydiving industry was decimated over the last 3 years or so. It won't be recovering anytime soon either. Yeah, you and I have skills. I've been a nomad my whole life, but I've always traveled on backpack. In a lot of the ways, I am learning how to do some of the things that you're doing. And in the same way, you're going to have to learn how to live like me, because doing bushcraft and being homeless are two totally different things. Because bushcraft means that you have money. Homeless means you don't got shit. Okay, you may have to stop in a city and beg for $50 just so you have enough money to be able to get through. You need to learn how to live with no money. You need to learn how to raise the money that you need to be able to survive. These are skills that you need to learn being homeless, and you're going to have a different approach than I do. You're going to have a whole different thing. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a lot of work, and it really boils down to description and title. Okay, and so it doesn't matter what you do, because that's been my biggest problem. Is that the reason why I didn't have as a lot of success in the beginning like I should have, even though I was putting out good content. I wasn't doing good titles. I wasn't doing good descriptions, so nobody could really find it. Well, YouTube has kind of made it easy for the stupid content creator that just wants to create content but still be found, because now what they do is they take that transcript of your video and they use that for your description and for your meta tags. So if there's something that you say in there that is relevant to a search term, then they're going to send people to your video, even if the title doesn't match. It's because the content. And so this is how they bring authenticity. This is why it's so important to be authentic on YouTube or any social media. Okay. Hey, Bucknut. Okay. Those prices are dropping finally. Yeah. Okay. McDonald's was giving ice cream to puppies. Don't know if still doing. Dude, their ice cream machine's always broken. Wow, Jeremy comes in and starts cleaning the house. How about that? Oh, I already took care of Taz, Jeremy. And, oh, okay. Did you hear what they said about Coca-Cola and Pepsi on Instagram? I gave up Coca-Cola because of it. What did they say? So you're a homeless now. I hope you get a place to stay from the heat. Well, I mean, I've been hanging out in the bushes all day. I mean, you can see where I've been since about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Homeless now. I hope you get a place. Okay. Bushcraft, are you trying to become not broke so it is very much worth it? I don't own a big enough backpack. Well, you know what? That's what crowdfunding's about. You know what? Start living it and people will follow you. It's just like from the movie Field of Dreams. Build it and they will come. Okay? I did the same thing. I left with nothing in my, well, I left with like $100 in my pocket because I'd done a bunch of consulting work before I came out here. That was how I was able to buy a lot of my gear and stuff like that. But at that same time, I left with $100 in my pocket, and I spent it within like the first 3 days because I wanted a hotel room, I wanted nice snacks, I wanted a Coke, I wanted this, I wanted that, and then nickel and dime myself to death within like a day after doing a hotel room and everything else like that. But I was counting on more money coming in, and it never did. And so I mean, I was stuck. And people, if you give them a reason to believe in you, then they will be your biggest cheerleaders. And that's what we do here for you, Bushcraft. Okay, hold on. My Okay. Sorry, I was too slow this evening. Came back from the place. Oh wow. Yeah, I know you were sending me some stuff like that. Yeah. It's easier to really just get a job than to be homeless. To be honest, not really. If I ever was in that place, I would make videos of doing odd jobs around hoods, yard work, cheap. That's actually. See that if I would have been able to stay in Cincinnati, that was actually some things that a series I was getting in the process of starting, but I wanted to get my foundation up and going, and by the time I started getting all that going and was getting ready, because that was part of why I did the whole dumpster dive thing, because I was going to start dumpster diving, I was going to start doing scrapping and other things, and kind of showing you guys some of the different odds and ends, but the cities are so crazy that you really don't want to be in them. If you can get out and just kind of be always on the move, that is going to be your best bet to stay safe. Staying static allows you to get integrated, and when you get integrated, then you get brought into the drama of whatever city or area that you're in, and that becomes really detrimental, I guess you could say. You never gave your thoughts on adding tea ritual to your live stream. Oh, a tea. Oh, I would love to drink some tea. But the thing is having a pot for it. Like, I want a Celadon pot, and I want some actual Chinese tea, like the little tabs that you gotta boil water, put it in, and then sit there and shake it up and put like a little bit of sugar in. Like, yeah, I had some real Chinese buy me like a whole setup for the whole, to be able to drink authentic Chinese tea. Now that would be fucking awesome. I would definitely do that. And then that would also give me an excuse to buy my cup again, so I can sit there and drink my tea with that. So Jeremy, where are you? What state? Oh, he's in, okay, can't wait to start my journey too. Southern Michigan. Okay, I love knowing all the little things. Maybe seems odd, but I want to know such things as how and what to use, clean clothes, keep bugs off, stay healthy, etc. I've been wearing the same shirt for 3 weeks. I've washed it a couple of times. I've been wearing these shorts for 3 weeks, maybe a little bit over a month. Actually, over a month now. I've been wearing all these clothes for over a month. Okay. I stopped wearing socks as soon as it started getting hot. And so, I mean, I just deal with it, and I air out my feet whenever I get a chance to put my feet in water. But as far as like keeping clean, like unless I can sit in a stream or something like that and just rinse myself off, and kind of like, kind of get a little bit of that dirt out of your clothes, because sometimes you wonder if the dirt's the only thing holding them together. They only last maybe a couple of months, but if you're using wipes, that's going to make that whole area cleaner. Okay, especially when you got to do a number 2. That's probably one of the most important things you can have. Toilet paper's messy, and then when you start getting ash juice, it just makes it even worse. I hate toilet paper. I love my wipes. I do not like being without wipes. Okay, but and they're really good to help with cleanup of your cooking material too, especially if you're having to ration water, which is why I've gone through so many of them so quick. Especially when I've had a couple of messy dishes like some chili and stuff like that. But as far as keeping yourself clean, there's not a lot that you can do unless you can walk through a city or find a place and take a shower. Now, some of these state parks will let you take a shower for $2, $5. Some of them require that you rent a space, which is anywhere between $15 and like almost $50 just to stay in a campsite, just to be able to get a shower. It's almost expensive as a cheap motel room used to be. It's really crazy. So, I mean, as far as like staying clean and stuff like that, you just kind of got to go with what you go with. And you got to get used to being dirty. You got to get used to sweating. When it rained the other day, I didn't even put on my frog tog that Scott got me, because it was an opportunity to kind of wash some of that dirt off of me, because it was the only way it was going to happen. I made sure to put my cover over my bag, and I just walked and I got soaked, and it kind of rinsed out my shirt so I didn't stink so bad on the bus. There's a good Army Navy store if you want to see some mill surplus gear up close. Oh yes, I'm gonna I need to get to do that tomorrow too. There's actually a guy that does it through YouTube. It's actually online. I think it might have been the guy that you showed me, but I was thinking about buying gear through him, and just having it mailed to me. Jeremy, what are you going to do in the winter time when weather? Okay. Bucknut has shirtless Kid Rock poster in his man cave. Oh no, you've been outed. There's homeless camp drama. That would make a good video on how to navigate new camp area and how to avoid it. Well, actually, Rushman, I have. If you look through my videos on how to be homeless, you should see the ones about group camping. That's where I talk about that stuff. So I've already done some content on it, but I'll do more. Because I know that a lot of people watch my newer content. They don't watch a lot of my older content. So that's the reason why I can keep making the same videos over and over. I just got to give it enough time for me to be okay with remaking the video. And that's really where it's at. So, okay, okay, go inside house and make some hot chocolate. Oh, don't tempt me. That's just wrong, Jeremy. The funny part is my parents know him. He lives in... Okay. 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 Alright, I'm lost in some of this, but, okay. Okay, but a Snow Peak titanium cup from the Japs. Leave it to the kid when you croak. Okay. Okay, Friar Tuck, where are you located? Right now I'm in D.C., Mark. Shame on you, Bucknut, for not getting a job setting up his equipment then. Okay, good wipes are mandatory. Yes, they are. He's in the wood shop at the Union all the time in town. Okay. I'm off the grid, not homeless anymore. Now have a physical address, but I have some videos on staying warm in an extreme cold. I was thinking maybe to do one in extreme heat without power. Extreme heat without power is pretty easy. Find water, find a shade, wet a rag. Make sure you got your hands, your feet, your head. I mean, the heat is easy. It's the cold that's the hard one. Like, you might want to redo some on the cold, because honestly, it's harder to survive cold than it is to survive the heat. The heat is stop moving, find some shade, find some water, take a nap. You ain't going anywhere. I mean, that's kind of the way it is. So they also have wipes called Rinse Free that works great for bathing. I don't know. I'm still kind of getting the hang of it. It's more or less. It's not really the hang of it. What's up, Outdoors? It's not really the hang of it. It's more like motivation, because today the water was warm, but every guy knows what it feels like to go in a freezing cold pool, and you go, once you drop down to your waist, basically you start singing soprano. And see, that is kind of what deters me from going and taking an ice cold bath. I know I probably should, but I just don't like singing soprano. So, anyways, all right, visiting DC right now. Yes, Friar, are you coming down to Florida in the winter? Probably, Mark. That's the plan unless something changes. Um, I go in whatever direction I can go. I have general ideas, but if things change and there's no reason for me to come to Florida, then I'm just going to go somewhere else. Things change and there's no reason for me to go to Georgia, then I just keep on walking. You know, I'm just, that's kind of that's what the nomad lifestyle is. You have general directions in which you go, but things change, and so therefore you change direction. There's no reason to go here anymore because this. There's no reason to do this, or hey, I want to do this instead, or hey, I've heard a lot of good things about this route. Maybe I want to go check this out instead. And so, because you're always traveling, there's always cool stuff to see. And the cool part is not the starting point and the destination. It's everything that happens between that makes it so much fun. So just like when I got off trail, it became so much more fun because I got to meet farmers. I got to meet all kinds of people. I got to do all that cool stuff. I got to make connections with people, and I've even picked up a few subscribers, and I got some great pictures, and I got to see a part of the country I would have never seen if I would have been on trail. So, did I really lose anything? No, I'm getting to see the best parts of this country by just bouncing around like a pinball. Or as my buddy used to say, like a pachinko machine. So if you ever saw the game Blinko on Price is Right, that's what a pachinko machine is. That's what they call it in Chinese. Okay, hold on. Friar, okay. I strongly disagree with you, Tuck. I hate the heat. I will take the cold anytime. I lived in the cold my whole life. Being in Oregon, it was bone-chilling cold. I like the heat. My body does better in the heat. My health does better in the heat. When it gets cold, that's when I start getting sick, and my immune system really takes a beating. So, drink one of those 100 milligram sodas, feeling pretty good. Oh, okay. Friar, I'm curious. You're going to have to text me and tell me how that really worked out if that's what I think you're doing. Took me a minute. Friar, where's your family? Where are you originally from? I'm originally from Oregon. Why don't you go on government assistance? I get food stamps. Past that, I don't need anything from the government. Government can kiss my hairy white ass. Cold weather can be nice. No bugs to deal with. Yes. I like it when it gets cool, but when I come out of my sleeping bag in the morning, my teeth are chattering, and I don't like that. When I get so cold, my tongue swells, and it's really weird. It's really uncomfortable. Go lay down. Go lay down. Okay, cold weather can be nice. No, yeah, okay. What saying can bundle up and stay warm, but only so much an old woman can take off? Yeah, well, yeah. Well, hey, you know what? You could go stand out in town square and see who will pay you to keep it on. I've given a woman like $5. Hey, put your shirt back on. We don't need to see that. No, please. Tuck's always walking like Michael London in that show Highway to Heaven. Pretty much. That's pretty much the way it is. If I'm not walking, hey, what's up, All America Prepper? If I'm not walking, then yeah. If I'm not walking, then I'm doing something else. But okay. What's up, America Prepper? Fire. What about dating an older woman and go with an older woman? Well, Mark, depends upon what you define as an older woman. Pebbles is a year older than me, by a few days, and so yeah, she's technically an older woman, if that makes any sense. But I don't know. We all have our preferences. I'm not gonna really delve into that question too much. I don't understand what you're asking. He's like Forrest Gump without the sparkling person. Oh, thanks, man. Much appreciated. Okay. I got a shuttle bus a few days ago. Where to? Okay. It gets below freezing at least a few nights every year here, and I can deal with that. But like this time of year at 100 to 120 Nope. No shade in desert. Yeah, that's a weird thing. So Sam started doing the foot hop because it was so, like, why would you clear cut a forest and then like make it so it's open? So on a hot day, yeah, you only get a few of them a year because you're so far north, but still, um, it's very thoughtless. And there was even people making comments about, yeah, man, these animals got to really be hating it. But I kept Sam in the shade as much as possible. But we were stuck at a long ass light. Yeah, they give you like 60 seconds to cross the street here. It's kind of weird. So it gets below freezing at least a few nights. Okay, yeah, I already read that. Frere, have a couch you can sleep on here in Florida? Well, when I make it down there, what part? Mark is female using pseudonym. Okay. Um, yeah, well, I don't know. I presume Mark's a guy. So, yeah, and yeah, I will just leave it at that. Until Pebbles kicks me to the curb, I'm a spoken for man. So, um, okay, Tuck only dates 30 and younger. Sorry, Mark. Yeah. Um, Alfred, I'm a dude. I feel sorry for the dog. Oh, that's so wrong. Oh, burn. Um, well, Mark, no. I may turn you down on that. The dog is happy. Don't feel sorry. Yeah. What about renting a room from somebody, a guy or a girl? Well, I don't care what their sex is. I just care that they have affordable rent if it's a dude or a girl. Now, if they're wanting favors from me, no, I'm not into that. No, I'm good. Um, Alfred might be up for something like that though. If it's the right combination. The dog is living a pretty good life. Yes, I got it to live in. Okay. Um, so you got yourself a transport van. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations outdoors for that. Congratulations. Uh, Mark, so many dog get and so many dogs get euthanized and don't feel bad, but I feel bad when he feeds her mon, moment, monument water with algae killer, but we all make mistakes. Okay, well, she's gonna drink it whether I let her or not. So, okay, your video about the situation in Texas was pretty interesting with the religious cult. In Hawaii, they have sex cults, and my friends and I had to rescue a friend from one and take her to the airport. Yeah, and then she had to go through a whole bunch of deprogramming, huh? What about renting a room from somebody? Okay, hello, Mr. Tuck. What's up, Rugsy? Yeah, stay away from treated water. Most filters won't do it. Okay, I did not know that. Alfred is always up for anything twice to make sure he doesn't like it. Yes. Um, what's up, Tampa fan? When's the last time? I'm not going to answer that question. That's funny, but I'm not going to answer it. Fire, who is Pebbles? That is a girl that I am talking to. She's also a subscriber here. So, she and I started talking, about 3 weeks ago? And yeah, when I made it to Peebles, I met Pebbles. Um, but yeah, we started talking about 3 weeks ago, and we're just kind of seeing if there's anything there, and that's why I keep saying if I go there or if not or if it works, because like we haven't made any commitments. We're in the process of feeling each other out and seeing if both of us are in agreement that we want to put the effort into building an actual relationship. Um, okay. Let's see here. Okay. What? I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay. Wow. He must have really gone nuts. Okay. Sam probably would not want to be in a room all day. No, she likes it for like a day, but she likes to go. She loves being on the road. I think she doesn't like doing a lot of miles, but she likes being on the road. So, okay. Wow, you could start a natural relation. You can start a natural relationship with me. What are we talking about? PB bash fishing. Sam is very well taken care of. Yes, set up camp for a while. Um, okay, I don't understand, but okay. Um, but anyways, one of the things that I was thinking about today, that we, especially being homeless, but I think that we as humans do it a lot. But I think it's a major quality within the homeless community, or I should say more like a character defect, is being self-sabotaging. Okay, so I don't know what kind of example to use, so I'll just use um, I'll just use person A and person B. Person A um, wants to be a friend with person B. So um, person B says, "Okay, I'm gonna do my part. I wanna be I wanna be friends with person A. I'm all for it." And person A thinks that they're all for it, but the thing is because person A had an issue with person Z many years ago. All of a sudden, this person A has scars from that haven't they time may have passed to be able to heal it, but necessarily it hasn't necessarily been dealt with and addressed. Let's say it was a break of trust. Let's say they were supposed to get picked up at the airport. They got left at the airport, and then they got stuck at the airport for like 3 days because the person flaked on them. Okay, let's just say something weird like that happened. Okay, so now person A, when person A and person B are starting to develop some sort of friendship bond, person A now does something that he knows person B doesn't like, because to make sure to reinforce that feeling of I can't trust anybody, and now I'm going to show you why I can't trust you. Okay, so this plays out in a lot of different ways. It's self-sabotaging behavior. It's because we've had things that have happened to us in our life, to where we are, in a lot of ways you could call it being gun shy, or camera shy, that it scars us to the point to where now all of a sudden we go out into the world and start looking for ways to reaffirm that by self-sabotaging. And what does that look like in homelessness is like, you will hear people that are going through stores where like all my stuff keeps getting stolen, all this keeps happening, all this keeps happening. Well, they're sabotaging themselves because they're associating with people that they know will steal from them, so that they can so that they can reinforce the notion that they have in their head that you can't trust anybody and everybody's going to steal from you. And so, does that mean that everybody steals? No, it's actually not as prevalent as you think it is. There's a certain group that does it, but it's very minimal. Everybody's going to get stolen from at least once, because you always leave your stuff vulnerable. But for the most part, I've only had my stuff stolen maybe a couple of times in 25 years. Okay. But these are the things that we as homeless do that sabotage ourselves. We don't really think of what we're doing, because it's happening on a subconscious level. And I think that this is something that, whether you're experiencing homelessness or you think that you're on the verge of being homeless, this is something that you may want to start looking into, because even myself, it's something that I'm starting to notice that in some of the things that I do, I'm able to be self-aware enough to be able to catch it, to be able to say, oh, wait a minute, I'm starting to go down a wrong path. I'm being my own worst enemy. I need to step back and realize that I'm starting to be my own worst enemy. And so, but a lot of people don't do that. They don't take the time to become more aware of what it is that they do, because a lot of people that experience homelessness experience some form of trauma. Okay, and this trauma has a way of acting out. So somebody with PTSD, if they were over in, let's say, Afghanistan or Iraq, what exactly uh, caused them to snap, to have that traumatic event? Was it the first time they got shot at? Was it watching their buddy expire next to them? Was it that they got caught off guard because they were mentally prepared to get shot at, but then they didn't expect it from some way? So now all of a sudden that plays out in all of the reactions. So when you're dealing with PTSD, and this is a lot of how I was able to get a handle on the things that was going on with me, is to understand not just what your trauma was, but what your built-in coping mechanism became. And this is what, like, the mental health industry misses. This is what a lot of places end up missing, is the role in which trauma plays into your life and future actions. It's not something that can be medicated. It's something that you've got to do a lot of self-reflecting on. You got to be able to look back and look at it and go, okay, what am I doing? How am I reacting to it? Is this productive? Is this not productive? What are the positives that are of this? What are the negatives? How do I embrace it? And how do I make it a part of my life to where it's not toxic? And so when you become aware, that is how you truly heal from a lot of the trauma and the exposure in which you have. But the average person here in America fails to be able to do that. And so when they come out and then they experience homelessness, then they have a way more toxic experience doing it with a chip on their shoulder than they do if they sit back and they realize, like, there was a lot of reasons why a lot of this happened, and they need to self-reflect and understand not only their role but others' role in it as well, because it takes more than you cannot do anything alone. And what are you going to do? Be Jim Carrey and kick your own ass? I mean, unless you're doing that, it always takes two to tango. Okay? So anyways, I wanted to say that because I've been meaning to talk about that in the interim. Let you guys catch up. Okay. Let's see. Remember that we live in a simulation, good and bad. Okay. Let's see. So, okay. I feel that this would be a good question for those who have never been homeless. What kind of things do you recommend people do to stay happy when they find themselves in a position they can't avoid? Learn to simplify your life. Learn, like me, I have nothing better to do than I could either read a book or I could do some self-reflection. The book will give me knowledge. The self-reflection will give me depth and character. Which do I value most? Which do I like most about myself? Do I like myself? Do I like things that have happened? Have I processed what's gone on? You get a lot of time to be able to think. Yeah, you can sit there and use your phone and watch movies, go to the library, watch movies, play games, stuff like that. But that's not really productive. All it is, it's just another coping mechanism without actually dealing with the problem. Okay, all I'm saying is maybe somebody can take you in. Well, maybe. I don't. Yeah. But I'm very skeptical just because of the experiences I've had. I'm very skeptical about going to stay with anybody. Even when Pebbles and I meet, she and I probably won't be living together for a while. I will probably start off with my own camp, and hopefully I'll be able to afford my own place, and then she'll be able to start coming over that way. Until that year is up when she can walk away from her obligation, and her and I can get on the road and do what we want to do. Okay. Another good question. What things make you feel human while homeless? When somebody stops and takes a moment to recognize you, not like, I see you, I hear you, not all that crap. What I'm talking about is like, somebody stops and just takes a moment to get to know me, like, hey, what are you doing here? Why are you homeless? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing to get out of this situation? They take an interest in you, and then they keep coming back, maybe once a week, once every couple of weeks, things like that. That's really what's important. It makes a man feel human, because people that are nice and thoughtful and caring are hard to come by. I mean, that's why I like Alfred and Jeremy so much, is because Everything that they do for me is well thought out and it's cared about. And so, therefore, when they bust my nuts, I don't say anything because, you know, they give a shit about me. There's nothing malicious behind what they say. So, you know, and then that makes the whole dynamic with anybody, much better. That's one thing. The other thing is, you know, to be taken to a, like, if somebody wanted to like, hey, let me give you a day to kind of, have a day's break from homelessness, would be to, take me to, not to dinner and a movie. That just sounds creepy. But, being able to, like, buy me a movie ticket to a movie that I want to see. Sit down and have dinner with me and talk to me about my story and who I am and what I'm about. Figure out ways that you might be able to be a benefit in my life to help me move over to the next chapter. Whether this is any homeless person, I mean, you can do this and this will work. Now they may be a little bit sour, a little bit rough around the edges, but once they realize that you're genuine and you're not faking it, and you're not just some like libtard Karen, they'll open up to you. Otherwise, they'll play you like a fiddle. So, Frere, how do you charge up your phone? You will find out on Monday. If you're not subscribed, go ahead, subscribe. On Monday, I talk about my power, my power setup, how I do it. It will cost you under $150 to get everything that I have, but it will give you the freedom from power. You can move at your own pace. He charged. Yeah, okay. So you guys are answering it for me. Good. Mark, he is happy on trail and doing what is best for him at the moment. Yeah, we appreciate newcomers. Yes, eating packs of hot dogs definitely isn't best for him, but he's happy. You know what? I like my hot dogs, especially with some chili. I mean, you know what? If you got hiker hunger, that is the perfect reset. A can of chili and with hot dogs. I love chili dogs. Like you bring like one of the things that I really liked, like for the 4th of July, they brought us so much good food. That was so awesome. They came up, they took care of us. They made sure that, like, to be able to participate in a holiday, like we got to watch the fireworks from the gas station. Okay, Sam didn't like it because she doesn't like the explosions, but whatever. But on top of that, having them bring me, like, they brought me a can of Mountain Dew, a can of 7-Up. On the plate, it had potatoes, beans. It had pulled pork. It had hamburger. It had hot dog with hamburger on it. I mean, and they had like a special little like Chipotle dip to go with it. And they brought me a nice little plate, and it was like, wow. I mean, I get to sit back, enjoy the 4th, eat a 4th of July barbecue meal. And now I get to feel like I'm part of society instead of like sitting there being hungry, wishing I could participate or that I had a few dollars for a nice meal to be able to sit back and enjoy the 4th of July. You know what I mean? So hold on. Sam, are you okay? Okay, you're good. So like Alfred said, everyone tries. Do you need to go potty? Is that what it is? No, I don't trust you, dog. Hold on. I gotta take her potty. We're gonna walk and talk, but I just need to get up. Where is? Okay, there's her. All right, come on this way. So we're coming out the bushes, and as you can see, so yeah, we are in the bushes. Come on, potty, Sam. Go potty. Go potty. Yeah, she wants to go get in the river. That's what here, I gotta show you her. Okay, so come on, Sam, go potty. So now that we're in the city, I make sure to wear that. But most people are respecting it. There's a few people that don't. Okay. Tries to be welcoming. Okay. I tried to send him liver treats to the dog in Shithole, Ohio, but though the farmer was going to start playing deliverance banjo, so he had to leave town before UPS. Yes. Sorry, Mark. So my comments sound like, okay. Damn, you're on a rampage. What did I do to piss you off, Alfred? I wonder if that's it. Huh. Okay, so it can absolutely rule your life if you're not careful. I had to take my life back, but it isn't charged with a lot of things, so I do. Okay. Um, s'mores, damn munchies. Yes, I use PTSD for a strength now. Used to kill me, but now I use it for strength. Exactly. Um, oh yeah, you're gonna make me jealous. I probably shouldn't be online chatting. Patreon might get spicy tonight. Okay. I live with my sister and a 2-bedroom condo, but I can rent out my couch so can get mental disability, and then you can pay me a couple $100 a month for my couch. I'm okay on that. Um, okay. Uh, how All-American Prepper, because we love to learn more. Okay. Well, the military, Butterfly, the military actually has a, come on, let's go. The military actually has a really good plan. That's my grandfather, who is a Vietnam vet, was the one who told me how the military did it, and that's what made such a big difference in my life. Ask soldiers that like Vietnam vets that have gotten done good with their PTSD. They will tell you how the military does it, and basically what it is you're reprogramming the mind, just like they do in boot camp. So, okay. Message automatically held for Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Sorry, I'm reading some of these comments. Um. Okay. Friar, how old am I? That's my business. In recovery from drugs, been clean a long time, but never going back. That's good. You look like a real life caveman. Really, Mr. Cam? I wouldn't say I'm a caveman. Come on, Sam. You apparently didn't need to go to the bathroom. You just wanted some attention. So there's my solar panels. Get over here now. Come on. Come on. Get over here. Quit playing this game. Hold on, guys. Now, over here. Let's go. Kick it down. Kick it down. You already got breakfast or dinner. Plus you ate part of my dinner. So you got plenty of dinner, dog. Okay? You had some water. I'll give you some water in a minute. You had water right before. I think that's what she really wants, is she wants me to give her some water. So hold on. Where is your bowl? Of course, you probably moved. Well, you screwed up. Where's your bowl? All right. Well, dog, you lose your stuff, and then I'm supposed to go looking for it because you want to. Yeah, that's what she likes to do. She'll when she's done drinking, she'll take her bowl and flip it over. She broke a bowl doing that. So, no, go away. No, you already had your opportunity. No, go away. Go away. You're okay. Okay. Hot shower does help. Yeah, it does. Okay. How long have I've been homeless, Friar? I've been off and on for about 25 years. This October will be 2 years. Hookers and blow. Oh, hell yeah. Things that keep me human is my journal, drawing, watercolors, etc. Do you ever try and put that on something like Fiverr or Upwork and see if you can monetize it or even sell them? Yeah, that's why I don't send him cash, Bucknut. I sent him $1,000 last year to get on his feet, and instead he went on Thai boy and blow bender and didn't even make content for 10 days. Really? All right. Friar, you've been homeless 25 years. What happened to your relatives? Don't you? You're gonna have to watch my older videos. I'm not gonna rehash that. Okay. What's up, Midnight DJ? Since I know you like good questions of these, I am not sure if anyone else has asked. What's your uh, I follow a guy by the name of Billy Meyer. I changed that when my son was born. So what's with all the questions? Um, the Thai boys are expensive. Yes. Um, Truth. My least favorite hot dogs and beans. Oh, come on. I love my chili dogs. But see, the thing is, you got to make a chili dog right. You got to put ketchup and mustard on. You got to put mayonnaise on the bun. Put your hot dog in there. Put your chili on it. Put mayonnaise, mustard, onions, relish. Some people like to put diced tomatoes. You kind of mix it all together, and then you just start chomping away, man. It's like a sloppy hamburger and hot dog all at the same time. What's wrong with asking questions at the point of the channel? Yes. Um, okay. But yeah, definitely premium here in the States. Okay. Jeremy, nothing wrong with asking questions. PTSD is from reprogramming. Sinope can't get on that. Okay. Oh, Sam, so adorable. Okay. Haven't made money off my art because so much of me in it. Well, that's the thing. The fuck are you doing? Jeremy, wow. Okay. Uh, let's see. What am I doing? What am I doing to that hot dog? I'm enjoying the hell out of it. That's what I'm doing. I mean, I'm making sure to make this like a full-on meal, man. I want heartburn. I want acid reflux. I mean, I want to I want to poop a fist in the morning, man. Like seriously. So, Fryer, I know a 45-year-old guy who is dating a 65-year-old woman. He lived with her. He did odd jobs. Lived there. Yeah, but some people, that's for them. That's not for me. Um, everybody has their thing. Like I'm okay with being in the situation I'm in. I want to be able to, at the bare minimum, be comfortable. I want to be able to walk through a town like Washington D.C. and not have to sit and worry about, okay, well, I need to go to the food lines and stuff like that. I mean, I want to be able to go and still be cheap, of course, but I still want to be able to go and afford my own food, so I don't have to sit there and beg on anybody. If I'm on trail or if wherever I'm walking to, if there's a cheap enough hotel room, I want to be able to stop in and get a hotel room. If I have enough money, I want to be able to buy like a 5 to 10 acre slot of land that is near a piece of water, and that I can sit there and build my own homestead on. That's what I want to do. That's why I do what I do, and that's what I'm working for. I think if you live stream yourself straight for a year, you would go viral. You think so? Um, like 24/7? No, ain't gonna do it. You got 2,000 calories on that thing. Um, uh, yeah. Well, Okay. What's up, Mr. X? Nice to see you. Um, I'm lost again. Okay. 2,000 calories. Okay. Okay. Oh, 2,000 calories on that hot dog? Well, that's fine. You gotta realize, like, I need to eat 4,000 calories a day for all the miles and everything that I do. My lifestyle requires that I just pig out. And so, like, if I want to drink 5 Cokes in a row, I can. And it ain't going to do anything to me other than give my muscles and my body enough energy to keep going, because sometimes you just need empty energy. Because you just need the calories. I know guys that drink oil just so that they can get their 4,000 calories. And those guys are walking stick figures. I mean, I'm not that bad. So, but if knowing that I have the ability to eat at 4,000 calories, I'm gonna pig out and have good food if I can. Like, I would love to be doing road walks, like do trail for a while and then go and do a road walk and just stop by every little restaurant along the way and just taste and sample some of their food. So one of the things I'm gonna be doing on this road walk, and I've already kind of got some. I've already got some traction on it. An Egyptian guy. So in Egypt, apparently, it costs like 50,000 Egyptian dollars for a YouTuber to come and do a YouTube video for your restaurant. Okay, and I was telling, he's like, what would you do? Because I was telling him I was a YouTuber. I showed him the channel and everything else like that. And he's like, because he was telling me they opened up a new restaurant, and he was going up to Baltimore to open up a new restaurant. And he asked me what it would cost. I said, well, a bus ticket and a free meal at least. I said, if you're gonna give me money at first, I'm just gonna do it for a free meal and a place to do a live stream. This live stream is brought to you by this restaurant here, da da da. And I could sit there and do a live stream. It's brought there from there. You guys get to enjoy a lot of the atmosphere, and then I get to tell you about places, because either if you're in the area, or if you're doing wherever you go, it would give you an opportunity to do it. Plus, it gives me an opportunity to do a live stream and fill up my gut with like really with good food. Well, with hot food that's something other than rice and rice and gravy, or rice and spam, or rice and tuna, things like that. So, okay, live stream. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I keep. Okay, there's Mr. X. Okay. Think of a great place to stay. There's usually older women. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna. Homesteading on cheap. Check out Arizona. High desert. Yes, I've been told about that. Up in the northern part of Arizona is where a lot of people that follow Figu, which I follow Figu. There was gonna be an American center there, but they turned it down for various reasons. But a lot of people want to move there because that's a good place to survive the apocalypse. So, how does Germany feel about Biden having dementia? Okay, I got people behind me. Okay, live stream one night of sleep, just so people can see it's like to be out there and trying to sleep. There's not going to be really much other than the dog growling at squirrel farts and tree fairies. And then me getting pissed off because I wake up, look around, realize that it's not there, and then or she actually sees a squirrel and then she runs off with my bag and my head hits the ground and I'm ready to yeah. Oh yeah, this dog. So, Mark, you're assuming he's not doing what he wants to. Okay, yeah. There's no need to keep arguing with Mark. I mean, he wants to ask questions, but he's starting to ask questions that are kind of making me feel a little uncomfortable. I don't mind answering some of them, but if they make me feel uncomfortable, I'm not going to answer them, just for various reasons. Okay. We paid $200 a month for 7 years for 42 acres in Nevada. Big expense was getting the well put in. Yes, that's why I want to be near water. I don't have to worry about a well. I can do my own damn filtration, even if I have to boil my water. Okay. Took us 9 years to get the well, and hauling water sucks. Yes, it does. But you know what? If you build your house close to the water, you don't have to follow. You don't have to pull it far. Instagram says they're putting nanoparticles in Coca-Cola and Pepsi, so I wouldn't drink them. I would drink any other product. Nanoparticles. What are these nanoparticles? Is it like bots, like AI machines that are inside us? Okay. Yes, I have to haul water, and it's a lot of work. Okay. Homeless music star that travels with a dog. The ballad Friar Tuck, and put your whole journey with the dog into songs. If somebody wants to do a screenplay, I'll authorize it. I'm not gonna do it. Use AI to generate the songs. Nah, I'm good. Okay. Yep. All American 2020. All only be. I'm reading your message, Alfred. Yep. All American 2020. Be able to get limited water was the worst, and 21 finally got the well. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Doing restaurant reviews, Fryer. Um, okay, that's what I'm saying. I just think the right stream would be very entertaining, and people get to truly see the struggle. Um, the struggle is logistics. That's the biggest struggle. Is logistics. Um, you know, being able to make sure you have enough food, being able to make sure you make the right distance, being able to find a camp spot. Those are my biggest obstacles every day. So saying I think okay. Smart Dust lost proper interview. Julian Assange ever gave. Huh. The bots are likely within all of us. It's how the algorithm knows stuff you don't say out loud. EMP probably best thing for the planet. Um, I don't know about that, Johnny Anon. I mean, if that be true, um, that's a little concerning. But it's already too late, and I like my Coke. So, how to stealth camp with a dog would probably go viral. Well, hey, look, you want to know how to stealth camp with a dog? Can you see anybody or anything? No, you can't see anything. I'm stealth camping. See where I'm at? I'm right here on the river. Actually, it's more like an inlet. I think this is brackish water. That's why I won't let Sam in it. But I mean, you if you watch the foliage, there will be openings. Look for openings with little with like look behind me. Okay, you see how there's a little meadow in here? They don't want the things on top of each other. There's always a place where you can sleep. Just make sure that there's not a root system that's coming up because of ground erosion, and make sure that it's flat enough for you to be able to sleep on. So clear all the junk out. But this right here, I mean, I got a great place to sleep, and I could even tie Sam to one of these shrubs, and it will work out for me. So stealth camping is not as hard as you think it is. That's why I said, and so I talked to the police last night. I'm telling you, the police are scared as fuck. That's a nice way to put it. Because I put Jeremy's knife on this one right here. I put this on my belt strap. I could walk through any small city. They're like, oh yeah, dude's got a knife. We're not worried about it. So what? Nobody cares. The police officer saw me have it. They had to keep the distance. The guy was shaking. There was two other police officers. It was tactical. They were tactically positioning themselves in case I decided to get violent. And so yesterday night, I'm hearing that they hate the homeless, da 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 da, and then they're telling me, yeah, you can sleep anywhere you want. Nobody gives a shit. And so they're not going to do anything now. It depends upon the officer, but they're not really going to do anything because they got more important things to worry about than the homeless. They got to deal with the security of the Capitol, and all of these agencies are working in tandem for that. Now, you go into another city, you could still do the same thing. That's why I always say, look under bridges, look in waterways. Look close to water. There's always a place where there are no property rights because you have to have creek access or whatever. Sleep along the creek. Sleep under the bridge. There's plenty of places for you to do it. The problem becomes when you start getting static. When you start getting static is when you start getting trash buildup. You start becoming an eyesore. People don't want you to stay. They will be okay with you to be there for a night. That's why when you become homeless, you can go into a city for probably 3 or 4 days, look for a job, get on the move. If nobody gives you a bite, well then move on. There are plenty of places out there that are desperate enough for employees to where if they find the right person, they will hire you on the spot if you're willing to ask for either the hiring manager or the owner. Like, who makes that decision? Who makes their hiring decisions because you'd like a job? Okay, so. And then you just keep going as an economic migrant. You stay in the city 3 or 4 days at a time, move on, keep moving until you find a place that has an opening that fits your skill set. And that's going to be the way to go. And, you'll be able to do odd jobs along the way, pick up different skill sets, maybe find ways like, I worked at a restaurant. If that guy hadn't stiffed me, I would probably be doing really well right now. That was an opportunity, but the guy wasn't honest. And so, yeah, he stiffed me like $700. So, okay, let's see here. Smart Dust. Okay. Okay. Living life. Okay, what's up, necromancer? Oh, a necromancer, huh? So you like to sleep with the dead. Um, no need to stress about it. I'm a college graduate, IT professional. The world is a wild place. Yeah, I used to be a junior administrator. So yeah, I know a little bit about the IT world. I just choose to forget about it because I left when the I left at in like 2010 as when I finally walked away from the IT industry after about 5 years, which really sucked. But I did it. Old mining caves with water out here, but dang, if I would use that water. Um, you know what? I don't know. I mean, you have to. I look for running water as long as the water is constantly flowing. That is what I look for. I will not take stagnant water because it leaves too much opportunity. So like even in the creeks where it's kind of like buoyancy and it's kind of like bouncing down, you find the part of the creek that's actually moving. Even if it's moving slow, it's enough to be able to keep the bacteria from building up. So that's what I always do when it comes to water. Okay. Uh, they are afraid in DC because of a week coming up. No, Trump isn't getting his decision until the 23rd of September. They pushed it back to near the election because they want this. Quite frankly, if people pop off on the if they sentence him and then everybody pops off on the 23rd, that gives Kamala Harris dictatorial privileges. Just so you know. So yeah, for all of you people, do you really want that? Do you think people are going to stand up? Most people are going to be like, as long as I got a job and I can pay my bills, that's all I care about. That's the way most America is. That's why they don't participate in it. They're more worried about, I got my job, I can pay my bills, that's all I care about. So double tap the screen and it will give a thumbs up. Try it. Pretty cool. Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. I can't read that. I did prep or something. I hate the mess that most homeless create. It's disgusting, ruins the environment, and costs millions to clean up. Um, but you got to realize you're dealing with people that are depressed. I mean, Bushcraft, how do you feel knowing what you're about to go through? You're going to have to be homeless. You're going to have to walk the streets. You're going to have to travel. You got nothing, no one, except for your phone and hopefully a few subscribers that are going to follow you. Okay? And so, I mean, how are you most when you're in a depressed state? What's the last thing you're going to think about? The environment. What do you care? Okay? The whole world just shit on you and you ain't got nothing left. What do you care? So I mean, you got to also look at it from another. This is what frustrates me about people is, in the same way that that I show compassion and understanding, the average person would not have that compassion and understanding, and it's really heartbreaking to know that people don't have enough care for their fellow human being to at least take a step back and have a more humane approach. So I met you in Pensacola at the smoke shop. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, I remember you. We didn't we meet? Was it the smoke shop or was it what was it on the Greyhound? Um, but yeah, I remember you. Nice to see you, Denise. Um, okay, you're the first person who knew what actually meant what that Oh yeah, well, cause I watched the oh, what was it? They did spin-offs, so it started with Vampire Diaries and then the originals, and then I forget the new one that they made. And so yeah, they had a necromancer in there, and he was actually one of my favorite characters. Um, okay, hold on. Okay, Bushcraft agreed. Just because homeless doesn't mean dirty. Yes, I'm depressed, but I would never live in filth until you do. And couple couple depression with hold on, I better sneeze. Couple depression with methamphetamine, which you use to be able to come out of depression, and then that sends you into a manic phase, and you're in a delusion state, and then that just compounds it even worse. That's why, like, if you tell me what your mental health issue is, I will tell you what your drug is. If you are depressed or downers, you're gonna want uppers, so you're gonna want meth, crack, coke. If you're in a lot of pain, you're gonna want downers like weed, heroin, alcohol. Okay, so that's kind of the route that you're gonna go. So you could tell a lot about what's going on with somebody by understanding their addiction. It helps you understand their mental health issue. What they're doing is they're trying to use narcotics as a way to be able to balance themselves. Some people need it, most don't. And that's why, like, I don't know. That's a spicy subject. Okay. Agree just because homeless. Okay. Okay, guys, it's starting to get dark enough in here. I'm gonna do a few more questions, try and get to the bottom, and then I'm gonna go ahead and close this out because we're getting close to 2 hours anyways. There are different levels of despair. Yes, smoke shop. Oh, okay, yeah, smoke shop. Oh yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I do remember you. I'm glad to see you, and thanks for showing up. I'm really glad to see you. So yeah, you. Oh yeah, that was. Oh wait, yeah, you were the lady that sold me the best out of all the Delta 8s that I got. That was the best one I got. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember you now. Very smart. Thank you very much for what you did for me. Always gonna be those couple of lunatics. Yes. Want to get out of depression means how to keep doing what you do anywhere else. Sometimes you have to make a conscious effort. I went 45 days without a shower. Do you know how long it took me to get to a point where I could take a shower at least every other day? It took me like 3 or 4 years, and I had to really think hard about it. That's why I can see things the way I do and be patient with people the way I am, is because I actually, that struggle taught me a lot about myself and about a lot about other people, because you can't just sit there and go, okay, well, now I have access to a shower, I'm always going to want to take a shower. It doesn't work that way. You forgot to take a shower. You forgot how to take a shower. You stopped thinking about taking a shower. So therefore, and that's why, like, I don't like to go longer than 2 weeks without a shower, because once you hit about the 3-week mark, you start forgetting what a shower was like, and then you stop thinking about hygiene altogether. And then you have to make a conscious effort to go back and do it again. Okay. Okay, I hope you're doing well. It was a pleasure to meet you. Yes, it is. Thank you very much. I am doing really well. Sam is doing well. Things are picking up because the right people are coming around me at the right time, and this is becoming every day. I'm grateful for what I have and for the community in which is being built around me, and I look forward to seeing this community really grow. So you should definitely do a video about drugs and personalities on the streets. I will try to. Anything you need for tonight? I mean, I got food in the morning. I mean, unless you want to buy me breakfast. But no, I mean, well, I got oats. I always like my Coke. I mean, it's just, as far as everything goes, I mean, if you want to put something in my tip jar, I'll always put it to good use. It'll either go towards Coke or food. Or if I have extra, or you tell me to put it towards weed, I'll put it towards weed. So, what's up, Linda? Nice to see you. We'll try best to help out. Hey, you're good. Hear you about showers. 2020 only got 6 all year. Yeah, I know, right? Okay. I prescribe Xanax. Okay, for anxiety. I can't take Xanax. They gave me a 10-day supply. I was back in 5 days. It was my first scare with, like, the potential of addiction. I worked for 38 years. I can answer all questions about treatment. Rick Stevens, I worked for 38 years. I can answer all. You worked what? You worked a job or you worked in the mental health industry? Your face is so red. Yeah, well, it's kind of being in the sun all the time. It's kind of what happens. Friar, it's nice to meet you. Yes, Mark, today I wish you best of luck. Thank you. And when I get some money, I will try and send you some. Hey, I appreciate it. Um, I need a fat doobie. Yeah, I'm going to smoke a bowl. I got like one or two bowls left before I'm out. So, but yeah, if anybody wants to put anything in my tip jar or in the super chat or anything else like that, um, this is what makes everything go. So, okay, water treatment. Oh yes, water treatment. You and I, will you send me an email if you worked doing water treatment? I met somebody else, or maybe it was you. I would definitely like to interview on sanitation of water because I think that that's going to be something very important. And if you've got 38 years and you can send me like a little bit of your credentials so that I can back it up with authority, I would love to be able to do like either a Zoom interview or something like that where we talk for about 30 minutes about doing water treatment because it's very important because a lot of people with the filters and stuff, what do you like if your filter breaks or if there's no longer coming in the supply chain, how do you get clean water because you can only go 3 days without water, and so it's very critical. So, and maybe even finding water too. So sometimes I would just heat up a pot. Yeah, that's one way to do it, but there might be other ways. Um, look in description of your tip jar. Look in description for your tip jar. Yes, my tip jar is in the description, or Jeremy likes to post the links for it as well. It's got my Cash App. It's got my website. It's got my PayPal. Yeah, but just come back from the dispo. Tuck can test for how far overboard I went. Yeah, yeah. I mean, but you know what? You have the disposable funds to do that. Why not? Money is not meant to be hoarded. Money is meant to be used as a tool, and your happiness is an important tool. So yeah, I'm gonna enable you more. Um, okay, okay. It takes a moment, but easiest found to send him money. Yes, my website. Yeah. Cash App is the cheapest and best if you don't go through his website. Yes, because like I said, $20, 35 cents. It would cost me almost $2, or it cost me over $1, almost $2 for to do it through PayPal. And then if you just send like $20, I still have to pay a transaction fee on top of the transfer fee. So that's what really takes it up. Some people pay the transaction fee, which honestly, that's why I hate PayPal. And I took it away. But when I did that, people stopped putting in my tip jar, so I brought it back. And so that's why I brought it back, because some people just feel more comfortable that way. But Cash App is so much more economical. Once you start using Cash App, and you can even use it at certain merchants, you will want to use it all the time when you do money transfers, because it's the cheapest way to do business. So, and if you're a prepper or if you're conservative, that's right up your alley. You're looking for cheap ways to do business. Why spend $2 and $3 to send money when it could cost 35 cents? Heating water doesn't clean water like what happened in East Palestine, Ohio. Chemicals aren't removed by hauling. Just keep that in mind. Yes. Okay, Jeremy couldn't go to work for me. Okay. Are you Irish? Half Irish. My mom's whole side my mom was 100% Irish. Jeremy, how do I send money? It's in the description. Those around me appreciate when I'm medicated. Yeah, I bet you do, because you become giggly, and I love the fact that you are a wordsmith, man. That I admire that a lot about you. Like how you mess with people it's a cut above, and I've seen a lot, but sometimes you blindside me, and that's pretty hard to do. So, but that is pretty much everything there. Okay, guys, we have wow. This is the longest live stream we've done in a while. I mean, we puttered out at 15, but we had like over 30 tonight, so that's not bad. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow night, same bat time, same bat channel. Got to go, Tug. Please take care. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for coming.